The Celtics are better than the Cavaliers now.
The Cavs are one game behind the Celtics for the 4 seed.
And that was with Boston disastrous start to the season.
And Cleveland has went through injuries and had a bad start. If I'm Cleveland, I'm not so sure I envy last year's start for this season's start. Having two separate 15-game win streaks that they had last season, we watched them run out of gas in real time against the Indiana Pacers. Now it's flip-flop. They're front loading all the bullshit that they have to deal with, and the chip's going to keep getting bigger because people like you are calling for them to make a trade and to blow it up or make a difference, whatever it is.
I
Yes, in
disagree.
reality, they're a 9 seed, but they're one game out from being in the top four. I believe in the Cavaliers more than the Boston Celtics, and it's not even close.
I disagree. First of all, with the Cavaliers point, the Cavaliers, they didn't run out of gas. They got injured. That is what happened. Donovan Mitchell
That's
had an
running
ankle
out
injury.
of gas. It's the same
That's
thing.
not running out of gas. Running out of gas means that you are physically
You
fatigued
break
and
down.
you don't have stamina.
Okay, they broke down.
Bro,
That's what I
running
mean.
out of gas versus breaking down are two completely different things.
It,
If I break down, a pump in my car with gas isn't gonna save me. I'm cooked. I need to call the 1800 number to get somebody to tow my car. That's breaking down. The Cavaliers broke down. Ran out of gas? No, they did not. They just broke down. Garland couldn't move. He couldn't do anything. Donovan Mitchell had an ankle injury. Evan Mobley was hurt too. They just got hurt. I think that I don't trust a team that has not won anything to just flip a switch. Oh, we've been here before, fellas. We have this championship mentality. We can flip a switch and just be one of the best teams in the East. The vibes are bad right now, and the roster is getting exposed, and they are over the second apron. I think the Celtics are just as good as the Cavaliers. If you want to sell yourself on the idea when the Cavaliers are fully healthy, you can go and do that. But for me, I'm trusting what I feel, and what I feel is this team is good, but I mean, maybe we have to start realizing this is not the team you think it's going to be, and that's one of the best teams in the East, and a team that with the Knicks was supposed to be 1-2, but the Knicks have lived up to their end of the bargain because they're the New York Knicks, and they rise up to the occasion, and the Cavaliers are at the bottom, looking at us,
First of all,
looking at us
no,
above.
nobody brought up the Knicks. Second, I am completely and utterly perplexed why you're bringing championships and playoff success into a regular season conversation. This
Because I
team
don't think they
won
just have a.
60. Go
I don't
ahead.
think they have a flip that they're just gonna switch. I
They
don't
don't
think
need to
so.
flip a switch. They're one game out of the 4 seed. That's what it is. They could have a 2 game win streak and be at number 4. That's what I'm talking about. This is about regular season success. And I think with their regular season success last year, I believe that much bigger sample size, even though Ty Jerome is gone. I'm sorry. It's okay. And by the way, if they would have kept Ty Jerome, he hasn't played one game all season long. It would be the exact same thing, except they have Lonzo Ball. I think this is pieces still trying to figure it out. This is guys coming back from injury, trying to get back into a rhythm. They are going to be just fine, and they're going to be a top 4 seed in the Eastern Conference, and they're easily going to finish ahead of the Boston Celtics because I am not relying on a Jason Tatum return in March to save the Celtics season, even though they're already 4 games above 500.
I don't think the Celtics need Tatum to finish better than the Cavaliers in the regular season.
They
They're
do.
already better than them in the regular
100% do.
season. And
By one
Jalen
game.
Brown is playing amazing, and they have amazing role players, and they're taking threes at a high clip. This is a team that knows what they want to do, and they do it really well on both sides of the ball. So the Cavaliers, this is your problem. This is your problem, Jack. Your problem is that you're thinking about last year and trying to make a conclusion about this year based on last year. Last year they were really good. So this year they're going to be really good once they figure it out. I mean, to me, I'm not banking on that. I'm talking about what I've seen from them this year. What have I seen from the Cavaliers this year? Disappointment. That's what I've seen. And I think that at the end of the season, they will disappoint us.
Maybe they will. This is me looking at the teams above them, the Heat, the Hawks, the Sixers, and the Celtics. and the
Yes.
Raptors. I think they're going to finish above those teams. And
Okay.
this
I have them at
this is
five.
your problem. I don't
I
have the
have them at
problem.
five.
This is your problem. This is a classic overreaction to 25 games of the season. 25
A
games, they have
quarter.
sustained serious injuries across their lineups. They're going to be just fine. They're going to finish top 4 in this broken Eastern Conference.
Man.
By the way, I don't hear you still trying to argue with me that the Knicks don't have a cakewalk to the NBA Finals, because they do.
All right. So let me get this straight. The Cavaliers are going to be fine because they're going to get healthy. A team that isn't healthy and always has injuries, they're going to get healthy. Okay. So you have to bank on them getting healthy for your prediction to come true. I have them at five. I have the Celtics over them. I have the Magic, the Pistons, and the Knicks over them. If I wanted to really be mean, I could have put the Hawks over them too, but I'm not gonna do that. The Cavaliers finishing at five, I think, is totally reasonable and valid. And as for the Pistons point, right now the Detroit Pistons, they lack one critical thing. They lack spacing on the roster. They don't have enough 3-point shooting. And I understand that Jaden Ivey last year before he got hurt was shooting 41% from three. But the 2 years before that, he was shooting 33%, then 34%. This year, he's at 33%. He's only averaging 15 minutes. He's scoring 8 points per game, which isn't bad in his limited minutes. But the Pistons need to add more space in his shooting. If there is an odd man out in the core of Cade, Ron Holland, Jalen Duren, Asor Thompson, Isaiah Stewart, it is Jaden Ivey. He has to get paid soon. I don't know if the Pistons want to do all of that. They could put him in a trade to get a player that is more proven, that adds more spacing to this roster, that can help them make a deeper playoff run. I am not mad at either scenario they want to choose. If they want to remain patient with Jaden Ivey's development, I think that that's a smart move. If they want to trade him for another proven player, I think that's a smart move. The Pistons right now have options. They are a great team in the East, and they are the biggest threat to the Knicks.
I remember 3 weeks ago, all this noise that was surrounding Ja Morant. I asked you a question. Would you take Darius Garland over Ja Morant?
Yeah, I still would.
You still would.
Yeah.
But Donovan Mitchell is having a great year in Cleveland. Evan
Yeah.
Mobley has slightly improved in Cleveland. Darius Garland has been the reason this team is where they are right now. Do you think this is just he's going to average 15 points for the rest of the season, and that's just going to be what it is? They're going to finish outside the top 4, and Darius Garland's going to average 15 points while doing it. Is that what you believe?
I think he'll be better. I think Garland.
Then the Cavs will be better. If he's better, the Cavs will be better.
They will be better, yeah. Nobody said they won't be better. Nobody said that.
They're finishing above the Celtics. They are.
But in regards to Ja Morant, I mean, there's like 20 point guards I'll take over Ja.
We're not sitting here.
I mean, Shea, Luka
We're not doing
Doncic,
this
Steph Curry,
exercise like we
Jalen
do every
Brunson,
single week.
Cade Cunningham. Do we
And
classify
I
Devin Booker as a
love
point guard?
how I'm literally at a game trying to enjoy myself. I've watched Ja have a smile on his face. I watched him go for 21 and 10 in his first game back. I was slightly encouraged by the entire thing. He tries to go for a dunk on Kevin Love, which to me, I was just so surprised because people continue to say he doesn't have the same athleticism. He's just not as athletic as he used to be. It's just like Derrick Rose. And then I watch him do that. I'm like, oh, I'm super encouraged. Then at the end of the game, he shows a little bit of rust. He's coming off an injury. And I have you texting my phone, Cam Spencer is better than Ja Morant. And I'm sitting there trying to enjoy myself. And
He played better.
I'm watching Kevin Love go for 20 and him combined with Lowry Markkanen and Keontae George. They combined for 85 points. And you're bullying me on my phone. That's why I put my phone on airplane mode the rest of the night. You know what I text you after the Knicks won the title? I said, congratulations, bro, with the orange and blue heart. You need to take notes on friendship.
Thanks, bro.
Not only do you have problems with your prediction style, it's problems with your friendship.
Thank you. The Tyrese Maxey, Trae Young, De'Aaron Fox, James Harden, Darius Garland, LaMelo Ball, Jamal Murray, Derek White, Tyler Hero.
Derek White?
I think that's an argument. I would take Derek White over Ja Morant. I would take Derek White over Ja Morant.
Definitely not.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's been available.
It's definitely not. And Darius Garland isn't an argument either.
Josh Giddey clears.
What?
Josh Giddey clears him.
That is not clear anything.
Drew Holiday, would I rather him or Ja?
Look, I don't want to have this argument right now because I'm starting to see like Grizzlies comments, like fans of us saying maybe he's the problem with how much we're winning without him this year.
Emmanuel quickly. I mean, I'm
Nah,
thinking about it.
no. In that contract, nah, I'm cool.
Oh, you know who I'm taking over him
I'm cool.
100%, 10 times out of 10? Reed Shepard.
That's based off potential.
That's
Based off
based off what
potential.
I've seen this season.
Would the
And yes,
Rockets rather have
his
reach
shooting.
it in a vacuum of just this year, not franchise fears to come in the vacuum of this year? You can't tell me that the Rockets would rather have Reed Shepard than John Morant.
Oh,
Can we move to the
100%
West, bro?
they'd rather Reed Shepard. 100%. They 100% the Rockets would rather Reed Shepard over John Morant this year. 100%.
Completely delusional.
He shoots 40% from 3.
Let's get into the West.